about to come around with the closure papers. I would still advise that you have graph paper out on your desk, and you do not need a Chromebook. Sorry, this still says Chromebook. It was from last week when we did those activities. So I'm going to come out with the closure. All of the problems we're going to do today are on the closure worksheet. All you have to do is find where they are, and you can do it on the worksheet. But graph paper is always a good idea. Right? Today is actually the 8th, so none of that stuff on that slide is correct. There are hole punches on both sides of this because when I ran it through the copier, it was like upside down and it made the front look like the back and the back look like the front. So it doesn't matter that there's hole punches on both sides of this. Sorry, there's 2 there. You guys to share. So guys, we're going to have like half your homework done before we leave class, hopefully, or like how much we get done will be determined by you guys and how quickly we can get through stuff. You can either do Mega Jenga or you could call it closure, because that's what we're working on. The questions all come from the closure, but what we're doing is like we review Mega Jenga. I think I got everyone one of these papers. Hey, I will warn you, because this was something I saw people spending too much time on earlier. The questions are in clusters, but they're not in order. Do not try to play the game of like, ooh, we want that one. Let's figure out what number that one would be. Like, nah, doesn't work like that. So, remember, we've got rules, but before we go over rules, we might as well get with our actual teams. So, the morning classes video is up on YouTube already. They solved some of the closure problems. I bet that we solve other ones, right? Like not the same exact problems as the morning. I am going to pause my... Hey, I'll tell you something that's probably no surprise to anybody. Guest teachers leave us like messages, right? Like notes about how the day went. So again, to tell you, tomorrow I'm not here, but I'm like trying to decide how to say this because like this is a fun activity where we do have lots of talking and stuff. Tomorrow's a mastery, right? Nobody should be talking with each other during the mastery. I'm probably going to have my room set up like a normal classroom where it's just in rows, so you're not tempted to talk with people at your desk cluster. If the sub tells me that like behavior was problematic, we're going to a seating chart, right? Like that's just like strategy number 1, which more and more this year, not even as like punishment or whatever you want to say, we're going to do different groupings. So what I'm really trying to get at is if you don't know somebody in your group, like, that's okay, but ask them. Be like, hey, I'm not sure of your name. We're trying to pick it up from, like, context clues. But as a group right now, decide a team name. Okay? You got, like, 30, 60 seconds, whatever. Team name. Oh, sure, yeah. If you want to go ahead and send somebody up to write it.
I forgot the backwards and the forwards of letters. Yeah. We do.
I forgot the backwards and forwards of letters. Man, did you get that? Do you have a concussion? It sounds like your head has been concussed when you say something like, I forget the backwards and forwards of letters.
No. Are we good?
Yeah. Suspicious. Alright, so we have team
I don't care.
Z.
No, it's E.
That's why I took a long pause. We have team E. Why are you so close? Write it down here.
Paducah.
And then
Otherwise, it looks like
Paducah.
team E Paducah. Where's the third team? Someone who's not Olive's team, not on team E, Z. Send somebody up to write your name up here for me. Hey, that's like appropriate, right? Because I don't know what that word means. Okay. Alright, so again to say it, because I'm tired of people not listening to directions and then being sad later, every problem we're about to do is on the worksheet I just gave you. The front says this is your practice work. It also has the lower problem numbers. The back has the big shaded squares thing. So the front has the spinner, the back has the boxes. Alright. Reminder of the rules, yada yada yada. Read these if you want. Everybody's solving the problems. We all compare answers. If you get the answer wrong, the other teams can steal. I will probably randomly decide which team I offer up to steal if a team gets the answers wrong. Here's the scoring I do not want to go over again because it makes me feel like a bad math teacher when we can't add two numbers together. You get 4 for getting the problem right when it is your problem. Okay, so when I call on, Phoebe's not here, right? So if I said, Phoebe, this is your problem, Phoebe's team is the only one that can get the points for the problem unless there's a steal. Then, if they get it right, they can get block points. 3 for the middle, 5 for the outers. So max point of 9. Minimum points you could get in a turn is -6. Because if you get the question right, but then you come up and knock the tower over, for -10 would be -6, right? So you always get that 4 points if you're up at the tower pulling a block. Then it's just, do you get 7 total, or do you get 9 total, right? Or if you knock over the tower, obviously sad day. Fine print we talked about last time. There are only 21 problems today, so our board only goes up to 21. The other problems are still down here, but they don't do anything. So we will go team E. Z is numbers 1 and 2 on this die. Team Paducah Breathers is 3 and 4. And team Easier is 5 and 6. So everyone's chance is 2 out of 6. And Easier's won out with a 5. So, yeah, the 2 claps is even more dramatic. So reminder, speak quietly so the other teams cannot hear what you're doing. Writing something down and then showing it to your team is even better than speaking quietly. Guys, please don't pinch your fingers. I'm so scared about pinched fingers right now. Robert, give me a question.
13.
Lucky number 13. If you're wasting your time, you're wasting your opportunity to steal. They've already picked the problem. It's 13. I feel like this one might be on the back. Yep, this one is on the back, right by the middle hole punch. He was just telling the problem number. He's trying to help everybody out. Yeah, this is number 135. The answer is definitely not 135. I hate to say it, but there's not really math extensions today because we have math counts, and I got to take care of some stuff. So you can come check with me on grades, but I probably won't have much time to help people. If we're just still in the open time, Robert's group can tell me when they're ready. Otherwise, I'll probably give them like a 30-second or a 1-minute warning. So, Team Easier, probably about 30 seconds. Are you ready? Ready? All right, so first off, they give us the decimal form. So I guess in order, percent would be the next one. You want to give me the percent form of this?
We said.
I like how he said we said.
We said 8.5%.
And fraction form?
85.
85 thousandths. That is correct.
Yeah.
So remember, hold up.
I'll bring you the steal.
Hey, especially if there's any debate at your team, remember, from decimal into percent form, you can always just move 2 places. The way, hey, this is meant to help you with the test tomorrow. So if you're going to talk over me, like this is my last time where I care. Like otherwise, I'll just keep going. The reason is this is currently 0.085 over 1. Right? We want to turn it into over 100. That is why the decimal bumps 2 places. We want to turn it into over 100. So, Robert, either send yourself or somebody else up to the tower. That was lucky number 13. So then, Mallory, give me a number. Hey, remember, we don't wait. We move on so the next teams have chances to get points. Mallory, give me a number. 9. So everybody starts solving this while Robert is stressing out at the
You
tower.
put 2 hands, right?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm
You may use both hands. You may not use any other body part. No faces, no knees, no toes. No. I mean, you could kick it like roundhouse kick with Chuck Norris, but you guys don't even know who Chuck Norris is, probably. I have a poster in my basement I need to bring in. It's full of Chuck Norris-isms. This is on the front of our worksheet at the bottom.
So we got 9. I got a 5.
So you got to go put your points up there. Because I am trying to outsource as many jobs as possible now. Let's go about 30 seconds left for Mallory's group. Or anybody if you want to solve. Or steal, I mean.
If you want to steal before you say it's correct.
I mean, I would tell you guys it's incorrect and then offer up the steal. Alright, Mallory, you are the answer master here. What is the value of D? And the value of F? Absolutely. And just for bonus points, you want to do E? Yeah, so watch out for trapdoors. I just asked for D and F, but obviously each gap here is 350. They scaled by 350. So Mallory or somebody else, come on up to poll. Which one was that? 9. 0. Give me a number.
4.
Notice how I said 0. Give me a number. You said 4?
Yeah.
Follow the order of operations to fully simplify. On top. Next to the other two. Yep. There we go. Ooh, a little wobbly. Little wobbles. Now, guys, this does not say without a calculator, but the order of operations is what's going to get you if anything gets, like, so you can use a calculator if you want, but man, you better check on your order of operations.
The extra votes and the intervals of votes. No, that's not right. That's what I typed in. Is that not what I was supposed to type in?
That's exactly what I was just saying, is order of operations.
Yeah, I just thought you added numbers. It always gets me. I'm doing it. Oh, I think
So what comes first in order of operations?
the multiplication. It does. Oh, 0. It's wrong. I know that. But you did not know that. It's wrong. I just put it was what was on your paper.
Close your worksheet away, or is it under that?
It's under.
Okay. I was about to say you could be writing on that. Yeah. I announced that at the beginning of class, that you guys keep your scores. Yeah, if you have been up to the tower and have forgotten to put your scores up there, you can come on up and fix that. 0, let's go about 1 minute max. So check with each other, make sure multiple people have the same answers. This one is 131B. If you're looking on your paper. About 30 seconds, guys. Guys, I'd be ready to steal. They look a little frazzled over there.
You probably will steal.
Only after they tell me what they think it is.
I'm just gonna say this one.
Okay, you have 10 seconds.
No, you don't. Let's just hope and pray that I'm not wrong.
Come on down. Are you okay to get there on your own? Okay. 0, what do you think this is?
Negative 11.98.
And that's because it is. So if you follow, hey, man, it's almost like the teacher might explain it for those of you angry saying, wait, no, I didn't get that. If you follow the order, we will get to play as much Jenga as we get to play based off you guys. If we can't handle this, I can review in other ways, or we don't have to review. One option with CPM is like, oh, just give the kids the day to work on problems. Like, okay, sure, that'd be fine, but not very fun. Go ahead. If you follow order of operations, multiplication is coming first here. And then, the thing that might have gotten some of you guys is this is a negative number. Or it is subtraction, but it's not both. It's not minus a negative. It does not become positive. It takes the number further down. This is a good guy, though, like a positive number. So we're kind of fighting against each other. But when you do this multiplication, you should get negative 13.8. And then you put your numbers together and you get negative 11.9. Yeah, be careful when the test says without a calculator. Which one was that?
3. No, 4. Sorry. Wait,
Yeah, you gotta go do the blocks and the stuff and the things. And
how about with the block?
Angel, give me a number. 17.
All this makes
Ooh, good one. I like this one. Without a calculator.
This makes me
Solve.
anxious.
Well, you already started, so either put it back in or go ahead and take it out. You only got 30 seconds to figure out what you're doing up here. Yeah, that one looked loose. I cannot hear you when you're talking that fast through a mask. Let's go about 30 seconds. This shouldn't be too bad to solve. Is that going to be alright for Team Easier?
You have to reduce.
You don't have to. Does it say you have to?
I have the
So you can. But you don't have to. It's 4 for the correct answer. Then plus either 3 or 5. You get 3 for one of these blocks. You get 5 for one of these because these are more likely to make the tower tip over because they take away the support on the corner. See how it wants to tip forward?
Dude, if you don't want the wrong idea, you lose all the points.
Yeah, but I got a lot of points. All right, Angel, you are the question master here. What is our answer? 10 over 12 is correct. If you reduce, you might have 5, 6, but come on up. That was 17. Either you or somebody else. Straight through the top, straight through the bottom. That was Angel. Sophia, give me a number. Sophia, 11. Everybody should be solving. Everybody should be solving. Talk with your team, though. Make sure they're all ready.
CX said about a word. Let me spell it out for you. No, it's not. It's like.
All right, we'll go 30 seconds.
Hey, wait, I have an alternative. It's a substitution backward.
I'm going to act like I didn't hear that.
Ours is a substitution backward. So.
Sophia, go ahead and hit us with these answers in decimal and percent form. If you're not Sophia, you should be quiet.
The decimal form is 0.70 or 0.7 if you want to simplify like I did. And then
Here, we can just like cross that out. We don't really need it. And then,
percent form is 70%.
and percent form is 70% because whatever's over 100, that is our percent. So that was 11. That was Sophia's team. So back around to Landon. Give me a question. 10. Knowing, guys, this problem's not hard. You have such a gut reaction, and it's because your frontal lobe isn't finished forming that your brain doesn't actually process information like it should yet. Quit having such big reactions when you don't even read or look at what you're being asked to do. Oh my gosh, there's words on the screen. Knowing that the two tight ropes are the same length, quote unquote tight ropes, right? We're really just talking about math. How long is M? How long is M?
Like, what is it, A, B, or C?
It is how I modified this to be what I wanted to ask. So, how long is each of her leads? They add to represent her lead. So if you read this top part of the problem, A is asking to solve for what M is. Then, once you know what M is, you'll be able to do parts B and C there. But like, I'm not asking you parts B and C. I'm only asking you part A. Let's go 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Who's our question person? Landon. I was wondering who our question person is. You got about 20 seconds. Confer with your team. Make sure you guys all agree. Landon, what does your team think M is equal to? 3. Because if we chop off an M from each of them, then we have how much on top? 7. And on bottom we have 4 and an M. So how can an M get us to 7 if it was 3? Guys, there are multiple ways to get to Florida. That was 10, right? Yeah, so you guys figure that out while we move on to Vera. Give us a number. 7? 7? Robert, proud of game spinner. Just like a band-aid. Just yank it like a band-aid. Now I think you're committed. Now, you can't leave it like that. You either gotta push it in or take it. Pushing it in is probably just as bad of an idea.
Push it back in, CX. How does it pull one side with your other hand? You can hold the other side, CX.
Man, you guys obviously don't care about the steal because the other teams are solving this problem. You could just leave CX to do his thing up there. Hey, but you gotta get it on top. You gotta get it on top. I will fix the rest of the tower. You just gotta leave it.
Why do we let CX do it?
It's 5 plus 4, so 9.
I would have done worse.
18.
18. The answer is 18, and then just add a plus sign to it. So do another.
Draw a 9.
No,
draw a 9. No.
Hey, guys, quit telling CX what to do. Can you leave me be and solve the next math problem? Solve the next math problem. Anybody somehow not have this worksheet? I handed it out to everybody, but just checking. Anyone not have the closure? So this problem is on the front. Let's go about 30 more seconds, probably.
Oh, right. No thing that's yes, because it's smaller. Yeah, because it's smaller than that. That's because it's smaller. I know what answer is it? You have something one that's in the arrow. No, because that's way too small. It's gonna be way too small. Because it's only slightly smaller.
Hey guys, remember not to trust what things look like. Trust the math. If you're arguing the size of things, that's the wrong thing to argue. You should be arguing the math, not, oh, it looks bigger or smaller. You should be arguing the math.
It is. Because wait a second. I'll read this. You're right.
This is real wobbly.
You're right. Wait, Mr. Hudson, what happens if you knock
If I knock it over,
No, if anyone does.
it's negative 10 points. But I got lots of points. You guys don't even know how many points I have.
You have 20 points.
I mean, I'm the one making up the points. So, all right, Vera, you got an answer for us here? You mean your team got 3/24? 3/24 or the reduced fraction of 1/8 would be our answer here. All right, Vera, send somebody up. Peyton, give me a number. 3. There's a new problem to be solved. So unless you are Avery, you should be working on this next problem. Unless you're Avery. So then mark your points on the board, Avery. No. So it'd be 9 total. 9 total. So add 9 to whatever your score was, and that's your new score. Yeah, 9 is the most that you can get on a turn. Whose problem was this, Peyton? How much time do you think you need? I was about to say, I think you guys are probably about ready. Avery's almost done adding their scores up there. Sweet. So they got 25 now, Team Easier. Team Easy's got 18. And Baduka Breath, which I keep wanting to say Barbacoa Breath. Like Chipotle, good reminder segue. Tomorrow is our Dine to Donate at Chipotle. Tomorrow's our Dine to... So, Peyton, what'd you get? How'd you get it? Mallory's so excited to tell us a negative times a negative is a positive. So come on up or send somebody. Next person. Daniel, give me a number. 1. So draw out such as when you have tiles like this. So Daniel's going to come to the board and show me how to do this. So after he meets with, confers with his team, he's going to come to the board and show me what to do with this to justify how we get to our answer. Does that make sense, Daniel? I know it's kind of wobbly. It's sketchy right now. Did you guys just pivot and decide that you're doing it instead of Olive? It's all about finding which one, so why that was easier for Sophia is the tower's leaning forward, so she took one out of the back because it's leaning forward. So the back ones are kind of loose. So 9, yeah, is what you guys would get from that. You get another 9. Daniel, do you know what to do? If you know what to do, you can come on up and grab a pen. Here, I'll click. All right, you're good. It's ready to write for you. I mean, that shows you 6 right now. That is 6, I will tell you. You want me to just get rid of this for you? There you go. Mathematician, thank you very much. It should, I was about to say it should be ready. You swear what? If he needs math help, you're here to help.
I think.
So what they actually did here, because there's two different ways we could draw this out, is Daniel said, forget the image that you gave me, because I don't like subtraction. What Daniel did instead was add what? Add the negative. So instead of doing subtraction, you're completely right. So if you're doing the block, you can go ahead and start figuring out which one. Instead of doing subtraction, what Daniel did was 6, bring in negative 8 out of the bottom like it. He's not even phased. He's just like, psh.
I think that's someone's gonna walk and it's gonna fall.
Wait, plus 22.
I think you get 9.
You plus 9.
Caitlin, give me a number. 5. 27. Ooh, another follow the order of operations. Be careful if you use your calculator. I am not targeting anyone.
Exactly.
No, that is not.
I think this is not the
So, remember, order of operations tells us what to do first. This one is on the front, it's 131C. This is 131C. But also, we want to put these together first, because that's a group of parentheses, and that's a group of parentheses. So it doesn't matter which one you do first. You can put those together first, or you can put those together first. We gotta drop down each value, then we can multiply. I don't know if you're doing it. All right, we're out of time, and some behavior is becoming questionable. Caitlin, you got an answer or no? Caitlin, do you have an answer? Hey, what's going on up here, guys? You're being really disrespectful. We just clapped like 5 seconds ago, and you picked right back up. Stop it. Because you're being rude to your classmates. Caitlin, do you have an answer? 7.7 is the correct answer. If you did not get that, be careful, because this should be -5. This drops down as negative something. I forget exactly what it drops down as. but you get 7.7. That is all the time we got. Mastery tomorrow, sub tomorrow. Have a great day.
We didn't even have the chance to You're going to
This is for Perry.
It's the Perry Wolfpack Party. If you want to know about it and you are a Perry neighborhood middle school student, ask around. I don't know. I think there's posters somewhere.
Are you still trying to record?
Oh, I guess. I should probably stop that, though. Thanks, Ryan.